Now certain problems on mesh analysis with dependent sources. First problem, I am using the independent current source which is common to both the meshes. Here you can have dependent sources also to start with, so I can say this is with independent or dependent sources both. First case I am using independent current source which is common to both the meshes. So this is the circuit diagram given. We need to find I1 and I2. I1 is given in mesh 1, I2 is given in mesh 2. From the circuit you can see 2 ampere current source is common to mesh 1 and mesh 2. So redrawing this part, you can say I1 is flowing in this direction and I2 is flowing in this direction. So from this I can write I2 minus I1 as 2 ampere. So that is my equation 1, which is given by the independent current source. So this equation 1 I have got because of this independent current source which is common to both the meshes. Now there is one more quantity, this is 3 times VO. So we need to find what is VO. So if you look at the diagram, this is positive sign, this is negative sign. So the voltage across this we are considering, this voltage with respect to ground is nothing but VO. So if I apply KVL, that is starting from this point to measuring VO with respect to ground, so I can say since there is a current source we cannot go over here. So what we can do is we can apply KVL over here. KVL, we can say 10 minus 8 I1 minus VO is equal to 0. Now how it is considered? Plus minus 8 ohms and VO is positive negative. That is, we are considering this terminal to be grounded and we are measuring voltage VO with respect to ground. So positive terminal here, negative terminal directly connected to ground, so we are only measuring VO with respect to ground. So this is 10 volts, 8 ohms and current flowing is I1. So this will give me this equation, 10 minus 8 I1 minus VO is equal to 0. From this I'll get VO as 10 minus 8 into I1. This is equation number 2. Now KVL to super mesh will give me, when I apply KVL to the super mesh, which is the outer loop over here, because we cannot apply KVL this since there is a current source in between. So the equation will be 10 minus 8 I1 minus 3 VO minus 10 I2 equals to 0. So there are 3 unknowns, right? And we have so what we can do is we can get VO in terms of I1. So I'll substitute 2 in equation 3. So when I substitute 2 in 3, I'll get 8 I1 minus 3 into 10 minus 8 I1 minus 10 I2 equals to 0. So after simplification you should get it as 16 I1 minus 10 I2 equals to 20. This is equation number 4. So solving 1 and 4, I can get the values of I1 and I2. So solving equations 1 and 4 simultaneously, I'll get I1 as 6.66 ampere and I2 as 8.66 ampere. So this is how the problem with the independent current source which forms the super mesh is solved using the mesh analysis. Now coming to the next problem, it is again the mesh analysis with the super mesh branch. So the question is to find the current through 10 ohm resistor. The diagram may look complicated, but the solution is very much simple. There is a resistor, a current source, voltage source, resistor, then resistor, voltage source. This is given as 15 volts, 10 ohms, 2 amperes, 20 volts, 2 ohms, 3 times I, 3 times I1, 1 ohm and 40 volts, and I1 is given here. So let us assume I2 here and I3 here. So the solution, we need to find the current through 10 ohm resistor, which is I1, and this is 3 times I1. So here you can see this is independent current source and this is dependent current source, so both are in the same problem. Right, now how to go about it? So this also forms a super mesh, this also forms a super mesh. So in this case, first we will write the equations given by the current sources. So equations by the current sources from figure. So I can say I2 minus I1, I1 minus I2 is equal to 2 amperes. This is equation number 1, and in this case I3 minus I2 is equal to 3 times I1. So I can say 3 times I1 plus I2 minus I3 equals to 0. I can call it as equation number 2. Now for the third, since the figure looks very much complicated, but whenever you have current source, it reduces the application of the KVL and it straight away gives the equation. So whenever you have dependent current sources or independent current source between the two meshes, see to it that it will reduce your work of applying KVL. Now I need to apply KVL only in one super mesh. So KVL to super mesh. Which is the super mesh? Starting from this point, I will go entirely till this point. So it will give me 15 minus 10 I1 minus 20 minus 2 I2 minus I3 plus 40 is equal to 0. So on simplification, we will get the equation as minus 10 I1 minus 2 I2 minus I3 is equal to minus 35. Call it as equation number 3. Solving equations 1, 2 and 3, you will get I1 as 2.562 amperes, I2 as 0.562 amperes and I3 as 8.25 amperes. Thank you for watching the video.